experiences in life, some knowledge fed to us, but knowledge on spiritual truth is very hard to find. So that's why I'm saying I will stick to the way I do my show. I'm not here to get 1 million followers or 1,000 followers or 1 billion followers. It would be nice to have somebody, that amount of people listen just one time. But then again, if nothing goes inside their brain and becomes part of their reality, it's useless. Just as Jesus said, "You who have no faith, follow me." Because he knew the people with faith have a program, and they're not going to go outside of their program. And that's why many of them helped kill Jesus rather than protect him or help him. Jesus' wisdom and knowledge, he was young when he died. Job, where did his knowledge come from? Where did his wisdom come from? Now, connection to soul as soul. Your soul body is aware of many things greater than the mind could ever possibly even think about or understand. So if you become free and in tune with that, you can be much more aware spiritually, physically, and psychically. Now, these people that go on and talk about it, I always say people, because I look at the real world. Somebody doesn't like what I'm saying, they'll change the channel and listen to somebody else. Listen to somebody that sounds good. Listen to the people that make you feel good. It's a feely world right now. Even though we're going through a lot of hardcore depression and some hardcore things, it's a matter of taking a step beyond that. Because if you let that stuff pull you into it, which most people do. Do you have a question?
Yes, I've got a question.
Sure, go ahead.
You were just talking about those experiences, and I just had a question. Sometimes I get this feeling of like the best way to explain it is like it's an overwhelming feeling, and I don't know where it's coming from, and it just feels, and it feels good, and I don't know.
All right. The first step, most people want to retain, probably the last step that they want to retain, is called the bliss state. It's kind of like, say, you just imagine stepping out of your body into a cloud that's like air conditioned, has light mist blowing on you. Every aspect of your reality is happy and feels good. You're not pushing on any nerves or muscles because you're floating in this cloud. It's really, I'm trying to draw a picture of something that's not really that solid, but the idea of being in a perfect state of feeling and emotion. You're not sitting there thinking about who's down there, who's doing this and that. You're just sitting there experiencing the energy. And I'll describe it a little more complex. It's the light and sound coming directly down through the worlds, through you. Yes, it's like taking a plug and sticking it in the wall and grabbing the outlet, the end of the wire. It's a charge. It's an incredible charge. The energy, the adrenaline, all those things are flowing easily.
Yeah.
All right. Born again in the Christian religion is telling yourself everything's okay, everything you did's over and gone. You're in this new world where you accept Jesus, and you're in that space. You can't be in the bliss state in the physical body. You can tell yourself you are. You're having sex and you're saying, "Oh, I'm in bliss." Sure, you can say it, but you truly are not. You're in an experience that the nervous system, the 5 senses of the body are going through. But when you step out of the body, you don't have those senses no more. So it becomes a different experience of bliss. Take away your emotions, your feelings, your taste buds, your smell, sight, sound, and all those things. What do you have? Most people would say nothing. In the physical world, it's kind of that way. But when you step out of this body, your soul body, your astral body has eyes to see, eyeballs in a socket that They don't go bad. None of those things. It's not part of it. Now, separation from a ghost and a spirit, there's really no difference. Ghosts are usually spirits that get stuck on planet Earth. Are they in bliss? No, they're not. Because in their mind, in their awareness, they're hanging on and holding things that aren't theirs anymore. And they can't let go of it. So once you let go of that, they can get out of that and experience it in a greater state. The bliss state is on top of the astral plane. But you can look down and you really don't have that desire to move forward. Why? I feel good. Everything's perfect. Why do I want to move? If you don't think of who you are, what am I? Where am I? To this massive energy. Nothing. But as long as ego says, well, this is where you need to stay, you'll stay there. And it could be for hundreds or thousands of years without the desire to move forward, because you're not sitting there thinking, well, what can I do after I do this? No, you're stuck in that experience. It's like somebody making love. They say, well, if I can make love for 4 hours, I want to, or 20 hours. I mean, Sting said he made love for 20 hours. I said, that's cool, but I think it would be kind of like a little bit boring after 10 hours, even 5 hours. That time, anyway. I mean, sure, you're not going to be bored the rest of your life, but it's like I explained that last week about going on a roller coaster. You go around once, it's great. Twice, it's cool. Third time, it's not that cool. You do it 20 times, you are bored. You don't want to be in that space now. So when we talk about the space of bliss, it's an inactive state. Well, I'm active. I'm aware. Aware of what? Aware of being in it, experiencing it. It's like eat candy. Well, as long as you're eating the candy, you're having the experience of eating candy. When the candy's gone, it's over. But imagine if there was a pile of candies the size of Mount Everest, and you just sat there eating one at a time. You'd be in that bliss state for a pretty long time. But just think maybe someday you'll run out of candy bars and say, hey, wow, I'm tired of eating candy bars anyway. Well, that would mean you're being forced out. But if you don't have anything to force you out, if you lose desire and awareness, you're only aware of the moment, and then there's no future. I mean, some people think that's the perfect place to be. People come and go. People challenge themselves to be in that space because they don't want to move forward. They're happy. Happiness in the physical world is a program that we've been taught. We have to be happy. We have to feel good. It has to make you feel good. If it doesn't, it's not right. Well, I was just dealing with somebody about morals. Morals don't make you feel happy. So that means you shouldn't live by morals? Or, I mean, if you talk, I mean, the Pope was talking about it. So, and then I deal with the Pope and the Dalai Lama's emails every day. But when you talk about states of consciousness, do you know where your state of consciousness is? You probably don't. Well, where are you? What's it really mean? So, Bill Tracer, I hear you, see you. Did you drop out? He was here for a second. So, I mean, he knows we're doing a show. Call back in if you're listening. Sure, come on, Bill, if you're around. So, we each decide on how much we're going to move forward or not. But we don't actually have the consciousness of being aware of that. We're just a program to be aware of that. If your mother keeps saying this, and your father keeps saying that, and your friends keep saying this, the government keeps telling you that, it creates a reality. Not that it's real, not that it's important, but you do start believing and accepting it. You're told something so many times, it becomes part of reality that you accept. Now, Christianity is a program, religion's a program, spiritualism is a new program. You can rewrite a program whenever you want and then feed it to the world. But when I'm getting to the point where I'm at right now, the last amount of time that I'll be on planet Earth, I want to give something back. I want to give people a direction if they're ready to take it or willing to move forward. Now, This is all about truth and lies. Well, we're not going to go away from that. I'm going to stick with that because there's many things I want to bring up about that. But being able to prove your truth to yourself, it doesn't matter if the whole world believes you, because they won't. Unless they have the exact same experience, they won't know what your experience is. And very few people have the same exact experience. Many people have experiences, and then they take that for life, and, well, I had this experience. People being abducted, meaning taken without their desire to go anywhere, and brought on a ship and all this stuff, come back with the thing saying, oh, wow, I learned something. And then they try to become spiritual because of it. Well, it's twisted ideas that the mind can't understand. It takes what it thinks it knows and mixes it all together. You don't become spiritual because you get abducted. Aliens cannot make you spiritual. They cannot. Whether they say they can, or what they can do and all that is just hearsay. What they would say in the court of law, is that hearsay or is that fact? When somebody tells you something, it's only hearsay. When somebody writes something, it's still hearsay. I mean, when a person has an experience and you're next to that person, you can see his eyes and feel his body and see his reactions and stuff when he's talking about what he's talking about, how real it is. But then again, it's only that real because of the person's awareness of that action. And that changes. I mean, the more aware you are, the more real that the experience is. But if you have no experience, no awareness, and you have an experience, you have to fit that into your mold of being part of your reality. And it could be something stupid, it could be something outrageous. But it will make you create a scenario around that, out of the programming you already have. Very few souls jump into an experience and jump into a new reality and become different kind of people. Well, a death experience is a little bit different than an out-of-body experience. Because one, you're seeing your body die, and the other one, you still have the body, and you're just like, hey, my body's over there, I'm just stepping outside for a little while. That's a separation that's different when a person has a death experience and they see their body dying, and they're in some other dimension, and they're working there. And they let the body die. Out-of-body experiences, just remote viewing, all this, limited to the astral body, but then something that I was going to talk about later, but I have to bring them right now, is called the silver cord. When was the last time you heard that word mentioned publicly on TV or in a book? And, very few people talk about it or even mention it. And then if you mention it to them, oh, we had a silver cord. We had. Soul stays connected to the body because of that. If you cut everybody's silver cord on this planet, probably 6.5 billion people would be floating in different realms, and well, in the astral plane, in different parts of it, just floating around because they have no way to get back to their body. Imagine going through this jungle of Africa by yourself without a compass, without any knowledge or anything, thinking you could walk across to get to the actual other side of it. Start getting crazy with the animals, with the weather and everything. You wouldn't find your way across. So,
hey, Tom.
When you go ahead.
I had a question about that silver cord because I know you mentioned it before. How does that work? Is that something that, like, once you leave the body, it's automatically there, or is that something that you have to imagine or
Oh, no. Let me explain it. It is there. It's not solid. It's an astral cord. So it's not physically solid, but it does connect. It's directly into the soul body, the astral body, and it's directly connected to the physical body. It's just like if you had a super long rubber band, you tie one side of the rubber band to something and the other side of the rubber band to a table. And you take whatever you tied it to and throw it out there. It'll go out and come back, right? That's what it does. Now, how you see it and how you perceive it's a little bit different. But if you're out of your body, that's how people do it. Did you ever decide to try to look If you turn around and look behind you,